welcome to the Old Time Radio Hour. I'm your host, Justine Ward, and each week we bring you a classic show from radio's golden age. I hope each and every listener finds a lot to be thankful for during the Thanksgiving holiday. Classic radio and the holiday of Thanksgiving both are part of American culture, so let's celebrate Thanksgiving with Jimmy Durante, Gary Moore, and Red Skelton this week. First, we have the Jimmy Durante Show with Gary Moore. They celebrate Thanksgiving with a comic opera featuring the cast as pilgrims. Enjoy the Jimmy Durante Show with Gary Moore, Thanksgiving Opera, first broadcast November 22nd, 1946 on CBS.
Good health to all from Rexall.
Hello, Rexall Drug Program. Gary Moore speaking.
Hello, Gary. This is Jimmy.
Jimmy Durante, where are you?
I'm trying to get to the studio on time. I passed 3 red lights, went the wrong way up a one-way street, drove over the sidewalk and did a solid 50 miles an hour down Sunset Boulevard.
But, Jimmy, they can put you in jail for that.
Where do you think I'm calling from?
Yes, from Hollywood, it's the nose and the haircut. Jimmy Durante and Gary Moore with Suzanne Ellers, Roy Borge and his orchestra, and yours truly, Howard Petrie. Brought to you by 10,000 Rexall drugstores, who carry the complete line of top-quality Rexall drug products. Ladies and gentlemen, next Thursday is Thanksgiving, a holiday started by the Pilgrims who gave thanks when they landed on Plymouth Rock. But now we bring you a young man who would give thanks if he could just land in old Plymouth. And here he is, Gary Moore.
Thank you. Thank you very much, my friends, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. May I wish you a very happy November the 22nd. And before we do anything else tonight, we're going to hold the grand drawing for our annual turkey raffle. Now, of course, we all understand that if the person with the winning number is not in the audience tonight, the turkey automatically becomes mine. Now, I draw the number out of the hat, and it is number 64709.
64709! I got it! 64709!
Well, better luck next year. Now, getting on with the program here, hello?
Hey, Mr. Moore, it is true, isn't it, that on Thanksgiving Day people eat turkey?
Why, of course.
I told you you had it wrong, you crazy turkey. Let go of my leg.
You know, I'm going to have that telephone taken out of here. Last night I got a call at 3 o'clock in the morning, and a voice said, "Pardon me, what radio program are you listening to?" I said, "Radio program? I'm sound asleep." She said, "Oh, the Durante Moore Show, eh?" Personally, I considered that very, very rude. I did.
Well, Gary, it seems to me that nobody is as courteous nowadays as they used to be.
What? Why, Suzanne Ellers. Bless your little Emily Post. And I agree with you, too, Suzanne. You know, in the old days, if a gentleman was walking along with a lady and they came to a mud puddle, right away he'd take off the coat and spread it over the puddle. And after the lady walked across, she'd say,
"Thank you, Herman, but next time let's use your coat."
That's a beautiful, beautiful thing.
Gary, why don't you give the folks a few pointers on etiquette?
Well, let's take what we were just talking about here, walking on the sidewalk. Now, when walking to a football game, the gentleman always walks 2.5 paces behind his mother-in-law.
Well, why 2.5 paces?
In football, that's the regulation distance for a place kick. And you know, Suzanne, ladies can be pretty rude sometimes, too, especially when they keep people waiting on streetcars while they rummage through their purses.
Well, don't look at me, Gary. My purse is never crowded.
It isn't, huh? Let me peek into your purse here for a minute. Now, a bag of marbles, an electric toaster, your boyfriend's picture, your boyfriend. And my goodness, Suzanne, what is this? Gee whiz. No, those helicopters can take off from any place, can't they? I don't know. Maybe etiquette isn't too necessary anyway. But besides, here's the guy who proves my point, Jimmy Durante. In person.
You've got to start off each day with a song. Now, even when things go wrong, you'll feel better, you'll even look better. I'm here to stop the music, stop the music. My orchestration calls for a cowbell, not a cow. Now for my second number, I'll sing. Mammy, Mammy, the sun shines east, the sun shines west. California's sunshine. The only sunshine in the world guaranteed to shrink a shirt.
Oh, Snaz, you are in fine voice tonight.
Thank you, Junior. And that was only on one tonsil, which I inherited from my pater.
Your pater?
Yeah, you know, my brother.
Oh, your brother.
Who did you think he was, my old man? But that is neither sand, burr, nor dew. For your edification, Junior, I just got back from Washington where I spent 2 days in secret session with the president.
Ooh, a crisis?
Yes, a critical crisis. We called in the Secretary of the Navy, the Secretary of War, the Army Engineers, and the greatest scientific minds in the country, but it was no use. Even they couldn't figure out how to stop the leak in my swimming pool. Why, they poured more concrete in my pool than they got in Boulder Dodge.
James, you mean Boulder Dam?
Watch your language, Mr. Moore. After all, this program is being shortwaved to pickets.
Is that why you went down to Washington to discuss your swimming pool?
Well, not exactly. Mr. Truman had a few problems of his own.
Oh.
When I arrived, he was putting an oil burner in the basement, a wood burner in the kitchen, an electric heater in the bedroom, and a gas heater in the bathroom.
Well, what's the idea of all that?
Harriet's going to be warm this winter no matter what John L. Lewis does. But you know, I wasn't in Washington over 5 minutes when the president created a new cabinet post for me. He appointed me minister without portfolio.
Minister without portfolio?
Yeah, how do you like that? A big country like this, and they can't even afford to buy me a briefcase. An important man like me has to carry his lunch in his back pocket.
Well, Snaz, I suppose as minister without portfolio, you have to handle some of the government's crucial problems.
That's right. For instance, last week the president of the Fruit Growers Association complained to me that the climate of California is no good for growing bananas.
He said that the climate of California is no good for growing bananas?
Yeah. How could the guy look me in the face and say that? What does he think this is, holding up my glasses? A kumquat?
Wait a minute, I'll take it, Jim. Hello. Yeah, he's here. Who is it, please? Oh, my goodness. Just a moment, Your Worship. Jimmy, the Duke of Windsor, wishes to speak to you.
Does it sound like a touch? Never mind if it is. He's good for it. Give me the phone. Hello, Duke. I got everything arranged for your trip to Hollywood with the Duchess. What? Living quarters? Don't worry about it. I got you the bridal suite. That's right, at the Pismo Beach Motel. Is it a good place? Are you kidding? You get a towel each. Now tell me your plans. What do you and the Duchess want to do when you get here? What? Oh, no. We have too many of those husband and wife programs already. What's that? Pip, pip, cheerio? Thank you, and a Yorkshire pudding to you, too.
Jimmy, you're arranging the Hollywood trip for the Duke and Duchess of Windsor?
A logical choice, after all, Junior. On my last trip to England, you know, the continent.
Yes.
I mingled with all kinds of royalty. Counts and their countesses, dukes and their duchesses, and marquises and their moccasins.
No, Jim, not moccasins.
Well, what is the right word?
Marchioness. You see, le consort d'un marquis est une marchioness. C'est la forme subjonctive, past participe, de la verbe plus perfect, et dans tous les mondes, c'est statistique et bien connu.
How do you like that? Ask a guy a question and he joins the Foreign Legion. Tell me, Gary, where do you pick up these fascinating bits of useless trivia?
In the Encyclopedia Britannica, Jimmy. It's a wonderful book. Haven't you ever read it?
No. I'm waiting for them to make a picture out of it. But, Junior, I got a million of them. But, Junior, where do you see the banquet I'm planning for the Duke and Duchess? 15 pheasants, 25 venisons, 30 grouse, 50 grouse, and a gross of grease. Grease is the feminine of grouse. Following that, a mongoose on the half shell, and as my piece de resistance, curry of Tootsie Roll. But there's one thing that worries me about the banquet, Junior. What do you do with the olive pits? Do you swallow them or do you hold them in your mouth until you get home?
Jim, there's only one thing to do with olive bits. You take them in your hand, and when no one is looking, you quietly sneak them into the cuff of your trousers.
But suppose it's a formal affair and I'm wearing knickers. Wait a minute, Junior, I've got it. I know what I'll do. I'll hold the olive pits in my right hand, and when the Duke shakes hands with me to say good night,
yes,
I let go.
Oh, wait a minute, Jim. Are you sure you're the right man for this job?
Don't worry about me, Junior. Why, I've mingled with nobility all my life. The last time I was in England, the king wanted to make me Knight of the Garter, and the queen wanted to make me Knight of the Bath. Naturally, I refused.
Jimmy, the king wanted to make you Knight of the Garter, and the queen wanted to make you Knight of the Bath, and you refused?
Yeah, I didn't mind putting on his garter, but a guy's got to draw the line somewhere. Now you know that you can't go wrong. Why you go out for
You can always be sure it's Durante and Moore when you hear a tremendous ovation. And that applause means it's time to pause for Rexall identification.
Rexall is the name of a complete line of top-quality drug products. Yes, Rexall is the name of a complete line of fine drug products sold exclusively in your Rexall drugstores. There is a Rexall drug product for every health need. For aspirin, take Rexall. For vitamins, take Rexall. For a mouthwash, take Rexall. Learn to insist upon Rexall for reliability. The name Rexall is your constant guarantee of safe, sure, pure drug products. The finest that science and pharmaceutical skill can produce. So, remember,
to be safe, to be sure that the product is pure when you're buying a drug preparation. Take the curfew test, step right up and ask for Rexall identification.
good health to all from Rexall.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Howard Petrie, a man whom we're... Don't laugh. Remember, I'm reading from a carbon copy. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Howard Petrie, a man of whom we're very proud because of his famous uncle. We all know that Thomas Edison invented the electric light, but Mr. Petrie's uncle is the one who showed him how to turn it off.
Wait a minute, Jimmy. Can you prove that?
I sure can. Here's a picture of him right in front of the town tavern. And he's out like a light.
Well, I've never been one to look down my nose at other people's inventions, Jim, but I should just like to call attention to one of my own ancestors, Casanova Moore, a man who invented a device that has since become the very backbone of our social civilization. It was my great-great-great-great-grandfather who first invented the kiss. There's no sense in your hanging around, madam. My uncle's been dead 200 years.
So what? No man is perfect.
So your uncle invented a kiss, huh, Junior?
Yes, he did.
Well, tell us about it. Meanwhile, I shall bury my head in the razor's edge and listen with a sharp mind.
Well, friends, my uncle, Casanova Moore, was born in England in the year 1525. And up till that time, the kiss had never been thought of. In order to show their love in those days, couples engaged in a form of affection called dipple-dipling. Now, to dipple-dipe, a man put his arm around his girl, gently stroked her lovely hair, looked tenderly into her eyes, and slapped her in the face with a wet herring. Yes, every night my uncle's sweetheart would raise her little face to his and say,
Oh, Casanova, before you leave me, give me just one more dipple-dive.
Very well, my dearest.
Oh, Casanova, the boneless kind.
But somehow, the more Casanova dipple-diped, the less it seemed like the fulfillment of love's young dream. So then and there, he determined to invent some new kind of embrace. And his first invention he called schmoose-crofting. Now, in schmoose-crofting, the boy would cover his girl's face with brushless shaving cream and blow bits of confetti at her. But this was no good. Every evening she would end up with her face looking like the floor of the Brown Derby on New Year's Eve. Then he tried another idea, and this he called twack noodling. Now, twack noodling sounds like fun, doesn't it? Plank noodling was really the most daring idea of them all. The boy and girl would sit on the Davenport, turn out the lights, and then whisper into each other's ears, Artie Shaw. But the world wasn't ready for Uncle Casanova's inventions, so to keep body and soul together, he took a temporary job in a local factory as a pickle taster. And after tasting pickles for 3 years, one day he turned to the girl at the next bench and said, Come here a minute, Mabel.
What is it, Casanova?
There's only one pickle left, and I want to get home to my experiments. Let's taste this last one together.
All right. You start at one end, and I'll start at the other.
Little did Casanova suspect that his lifelong ambition was about to be realized. Faster and faster, they ate towards the center of the pickle. Their lips came closer and closer until finally Casanova bit past his half and... Climbing down from the chandelier, Casanova knew that this was what he'd been looking for. He had invented the kiss. So bounding out of the pickle factory, he dashed down the street, kissing every girl he met up with.
Yeah, are you sure you got the right party?
Realizing that he was wasting his time with the little man, he decided to take his idea to the top. So he called on the King of England, Henry VIII. Confronting him, he said, Your Majesty, you don't look well. What's the trouble?
I'm feeling mighty low.
Here was Casanova's chance. Quickly, he said, Your Majesty, I have invented a thing called the kiss. Try it once on Anne Boleyn and see what it does to you. So Henry grabbed Anne Boleyn, puckered up, and... Well, King Henry, how do you feel now?
Give me 5 minutes more. Only 5 minutes more.
And so with King Henry VIII's endorsement, the kiss took its rightful place in the English way of living. And I am proud to say that I have inherited my uncle's proficiency in the art. But just the other day, as I was walking down the street, a man looked at me, and I distinctly heard him say,
Boy, get a load of that kisser.
Thank you, Mr. Moore, for that erudite discussion of osculation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, going from the carbon copy to the one in bold type, our charming chanteuse, Suzanne Ellis, a little lady with pipes of solid gold. I should know. I got a plumber's cart. How are you, Susie?
Hiya, Jimmy. And thank you for that lovely introduction. But when it comes to singing, I bow to the masters. How do you get those mellow tones in your voice?
That's a Durante secret, Susie, but I'll let you in on it. Every morning I swab my throat with a concoction consisting of 2 parts cayenne pepper, a jigger of creosote, a dash of Chemtune, and a pound and a half of grated garlic.
And does that make you sing?
After that, you gotta sing. If you don't open your mouth, you suffocate. Sing, Susie, sing.
For you, forevermore, it's bound to be forevermore. It's plain to see we found by finding each other the love we waited for. I'm yours, you're mine, and in our hearts the happy ending starts. What a lovely world this world will be, with a world of love in store. For you, for me, forevermore. I'm yours,
What a lovely world this world will be, with a world of love in store for you, for me,
Yes, it's good health to all from Rexall. Listen.
For goodness sake, when you've a tummy ache, keep in your solar plexus. You really should find out how good
Ho, 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 ho.
this Rexall Bismarex is. Bismarex, Rexall Bismarex.
That's right, friends. An acid stomach condition by any other name can feel just as uncomfortable. And whether you call it indigestion, dyspepsia, or heartburn, you'll find the prompt relief you need as well as the prolonged relief you want with Rexall Bismarex. Because Rexall Bismarex contains not one, but 4 laboratory-approved alkalizing antacids. 1 fast-acting alkalizer and 3 slow-acting alkalizers. That's why Rexall Bismarex not only relieves your discomfort promptly, but continues the acid-neutralizing effect for a prolonged period. Just mix 1 or 2 teaspoonfuls in a glass of water and drink. It's a pure peppermint pleasure. Remember, only a Rexall drugstore can sell you
Bismarex, Rexall Bismarex.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, in accordance with time-honored custom, we present our special Thanksgiving opera as performed by that magnificent vocal group, the Durante and Moore G-Clef Coffee Clatch and Culture Choir.
In this opera, ladies and gentlemen, I sing for 2 consecutive hours without taking a breath.
Oh, now, wait, how can you sing for 2 hours without taking a breath?
Storage tank in my nose.
Well, in any event, in this Thanksgiving opera, friends, Mr. Durante will appear as Miles Standish, and I shall play the part of John Alden.
Oh, yes. He was the fellow who made all the speeches and ended up with nothing.
That's right, sort of an early-day Democrat.
Yes.
Now, the part of the Republicans here. Now, the part of the lovely Priscilla will be played by our gal, Suzanne Ellers, and the special choral effects, as always, will be sung by our announcer, Mr. Howard Petrie.
Oh, James Melton would just hate me for this.
It's amazing the thing the rain washes down from the mountains.
Quiet, James. Maestro Baggi, overture for the opera.
Our opera tonight deals with one of the greatest love stories ever told. The story of Captain Miles Standish, John Alden, and the lovely Priscilla. It's a peaceful day in the Pilgrim Village, but in the hearts of these 3 people, a fateful storm is brewing.
Oh, I'm the captain, and my name is Standish. My manners are good, but my face is outlandish. But in spite of my appearance, I'm a mighty big fella.
You can tell he's important by the size of his smeller.
That's me.
That's him.
That's me.
That's him. And I'm John Alden. I'm Standish's pal. I'm the romantic target of every pilgrim gal. You can tell by my face I'm an early-day Sinatra.
Except for his haircut, and that ain't so hot for.
Tis too.
Tis not.
Tis too.
Tis not.
And I am the heroine. My name is Priscilla. You can tell by my figure I'm a real killer diller. I just passed 21, and that is a fact.
Just past 21.
She must have passed it coming back. It's not. Hot tar. Hot tar. Hot tar. Hot tar. Listen, John Alden's showing my pal. I'll tell you right now, I'm in love with that gal. Her skin is like a peach, John, that you can bet.
Yes, just like a peach. Sort of fuzzy and wet.
Tis not.
Tis too.
Tis not.
It is too.
I loves the gal. And here's what I'm going to do. I'm leaving the proposing up to you.
You're leaving it to me. Well, aren't you taking a chance?
You double-cross me, bud, they'll have to take you to the nearest hospital and operate 40 times and remove the lead from your pants.
Oh.
Get her going.
Oh.
Get her going. Hot jar. Hot jar. Hot jar. Hot jar. Now there's an intelligent comment.
And so we find John Alden Moore in Priscilla's living room as Miles Standish Durante listens through an open window.
Oh,
Oh, Priscilla, my pretty little dove. I've come to your cabin for to speak of love. Now, I know that you're bashful and you're shy by heck.
Who's bashful, Bud? Come on, let's mix.
Wait a minute. What are you doing? He's getting hot and I'm standing here stewing.
Oh, speak for yourself, John. Don't be dull.
If he speaks for himself, I'll fracture his skull.
Now, wait.
Come on, John.
Now, wait.
Come on, John.
Oh, Priscilla, my shy little elf. I'm a-speaking of love, yeah, but not for myself. Captain Miles Standish is the man for you.
Captain Standish?
How do you do? Madam, I'm making my plea. I'm getting right down on my bended knee. I've got a soft feeling that's making me mellow.
Oh, get up, Miles. You're kneeling in her jello.
There must be some place he could go to be alone. Now tell us, Priscilla, what's your decision? Would you rather be mine or would you rather be his? I'm as strong as the wizard from the land of Oz.
Yeah, but most of your strength has gone to your schnoz.
Has to.
On the other hand, Prissy, if you want to be shrewd, you'll marry with me, because I'm a Hollywood dude. I wear perfume just like Hetty or Veronica.
It smells like low tide at Santa Monica. Just do. I'll bet he has fun just tying his laces.
Well, tell you, boys, I love you like a mother, but I've already given my heart to another.
You're in love with another?
Who can it be?
Don't be silly. She's marrying me.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. She's marrying you. Can that be a fact?
Everybody wants to get into the act.
But you're not good looking, and you've got no dough. What did you say that made her love you so?
I said hot sauce.
Him and his big fat education.
This is Howard Petrie again with those four most Rexall reminders for the week. Remember, Rexall Bismarex. Remember, Rexall is a complete line of top-quality drug products for every health need. Remember, Rexall drugs are sold only in a Rexall drugstore. Remember, Rexall for reliability. That familiar oval sign, R-E-X-A-L-L, is the surest sign of top quality in drugs and drugstores.
Touche, Professor Petrie, and I'd like to add, I do my shopping at a Rexall store. What I want, they got, and I pull them all. Hombriago, he prefers them too. We buy Rexall, that's all. How do you do? Now, speak with you when, where, how, when, where. Let me hear that high note, maestro. What a note.
I know the finality, Mr. Durante.
I know the conclusion, Mr. Moore.
Yeah, Jim, I guess that just about wraps up the tinfoil on tonight's little package. Say, would you care to join me at Ciro's now in a little game of fumbling for the check?
No, thanks, Junior. I've met my master. But if it's a little snack you want, come over to my house. Why, it's common gossip that I brew the best coffee in Beverly Hills.
You do, huh?
Oh, yes. I use only the center section of the bean.
Really?
Let me tell you the secret of coffee making, Junior. You know where the percolator starts to go plop, 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 plop?
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you open the top at that point,
yes,
you get it right in the eye.
Good night, Mr. Durante.
Good night, Mr. Moore.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, Mrs. Calabash. Good night.
Well, Rexall for tonight, folks. So goodbye now for Suzanne Ellers, Roy Bargy and his orchestra, yours truly, Howard Petrie.
And Jimmy Durante.
And Gary Moore in person.
So until next Friday, same time, same Columbia station, good health to all from Rexall. This program is produced and directed by Phil Cohan. This is CBS, the Columbia Broadcasting System.
And this is WCBS, New York. 10 p.m. BULOVA, Bulova Watch Time. America runs on Bulova Time.
You're listening to the Old Time Radio Hour broadcast each week over the World Wide Web with your host, Justine Ward. Next, we have more hilarity with a Thanksgiving show by Red Skelton on his Raleigh Cigarette-sponsored program. With Harriet Hilliard as the mean little kid's mom, trying to make him behave on Thanksgiving, you have a really comic situation. Enjoy the Red Skelton Show, first broadcast November 18th, 1941 on NBC.
From Hollywood, the Raleigh Cigarette Program starring Red Skelton with Ozzie Nelson and his music, Harriet Hilliard and Wonderful Smith. Played by Ozzie Nelson and his band. And now, here is Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer's newest comedy find, the star of our show, Red Skelton.
Thank you very much, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen.
Say, Red, you look a little tired tonight. What have you been doing?
Well, I've been doing my Thanksgiving shopping in one of those supermarkets.
Supermarkets?
Yeah, that's a push cart that got a break. You know, all the Hollywood celebrities go there. I go there just to see them. Bob Hope, Fibber McGee and Molly, and Burns now. They were all there this week.
Say, Red, were they busy while you were there?
Yeah, they were so big, and what a crowd. I bought a pound of grapes, and when I came out, I had a gallon of wine.
Oh, by the way, Red, did that earthquake we had the other night, did that damage the market you go to?
Yeah, I was there at the time, and you know all the beans on one side of the store?
Uh-huh.
And all the corn on the other side?
Yeah. Well, what happened about the earthquake?
In the middle, succotash.
Say, some of those supermarkets are really particular, aren't they?
Yeah, I'll say they are. The one I go to, I walked in the other day and I said, give me some lamb chops without panties. The guy looked at me and he says, how old are you, bub?
Hiya, Red.
Oh, hello, Harriet. Say, did you enjoy going shopping with me in that supermarket?
Oh, I certainly did. But tell me, why do you always go shopping in your bare feet?
Well, you can never tell when some lady's going to drop her change. I was a little embarrassed running around that store, though, in my bare feet. It's such a high-class place, you know.
Oh, I'll say it's a high-class place. It's the first market I've ever seen with a cigarette girl.
Yeah, she was cute, too. But I thought she was a little bold.
Yeah, so did I, going around yelling, cigars, cigarettes, Hillside 4185.
That was probably her license number, you know.
See, the price of food certainly has gone up, hasn't it?
Oh, I don't think so. I got a dozen of eggs for 65 cents.
You paid 65 cents for a dozen eggs?
Yeah, that's all. For 27 cents more, I could have got the yolks, too.
Oh, and the stores are so crowded with everybody shopping for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, you know, I went to this store to get a turkey, and I had to stand in line an awful long time.
Well, you weren't the only one who had to wait a long time, were you?
No, there was a pilgrim in front of me.
Oh, well, Thanksgiving only comes once a year, if you're stubborn about it.
Yeah.
Hiya, Red.
How are you, Ozzie? Say, did you go shopping at the supermarket?
No, I have jokes about the Piggly Wiggly.
Now, you were, too, in that supermarket because I saw you in the vegetable department. Were you shopping?
No, I was just grazing. You know, Red, it's amazing the fruits and vegetables you can get at this time of the year.
Oh, say, you know how the California people are always bragging about how big their vegetables are?
Yeah.
Well, I fooled them.
How?
Well, I pointed to some watermelon and I said, give me some of them cucumbers. The guy says, them ain't cucumbers, them's peas.
Well, I like to shop too, Red, but I sort of have to pick out what I want.
Yeah, well, you know, that kind of stuff got me in trouble in a market once.
Well, how do you mean?
Well, they had a big sign that says, don't pinch the peaches. A blonde came in, and that's all I remember.
Smokers, no other cigarette on the market can match Raleigh's Golden Rich Tobacco Blend. And it's this exclusive blend that makes the big difference. That makes Raleigh so noticeably smoother and milder. And why is it called a Golden Rich Blend? Well, first, because only the golden tobaccos go into Raleigh's. Tobaccos that any expert will tell you are choicer, more expensive. And for a distinctive richness, no less than 31 different types of the best domestic and imported tobaccos are used, blended by the skilled hands of master craftsmen. Yes, Raleigh cigarettes excel where it makes the big difference, in the tobacco blend. And remember, Raleigh's give you valuable coupons, redeemable for over 70 luxury premiums. Friends, it pays to smoke Raleigh's, the pack with a coupon on the back. Raleigh cigarettes.
Of course you recognize Why Don't We Do This More Often? In the next chorus, Harriet portrays a very, very young lady who has just spent an unfortunate afternoon with her boyfriend.
Why don't we do this more often? Those were my first thoughts that day. You told me such pretty things again and again. You're not a child, you know you're practically 10. You acted like such a big shot when you ordered ice cream cones for 2. You didn't have a dime, I had to pay the bill. I don't like you and I always will. And you say, why don't we do this more often? Well, why don't you act your age, Superman?
Well, I guess trouble knows no age limit. Harriet and I had a weird experience one evening. It all started harmlessly. We were driving along in our car, and she turned to me and said,
why don't we do this more often? Just what we're doing tonight. Gee, but it's great to get the fresh country air. Let's get off the beaten path and just drive anywhere. We'll ride right on till we're tired and stop at some quiet hotel. A cozy little inn, a spot nobody knows, the kind you only see in moving picture shows. Why we don't do this more often, Ozzy can tell you the rest.
Why don't we do this more often? The memory gives me a fright. Our hotel was the Biltmore, so I was told. It was built more like it was plenty old. When I woke up the next morning, I phoned the clerk and I said, hey, how do you get hot water in this chicken coop? He said, go down to the dining room and order soup. That's why we don't do this more often. After what happened that night, can you blame us? After what happened that night.
That was Ozzy and Harriet singing their own special version of Why Don't We Do This More Often. Well, come in.
Howdy, Mr. Skelton.
Well, Wonderful Smith. Hey, what can I do for you, Wonderful?
Well, I wonder if I could get an advance on my last week's salary. Yeah. I'd like to buy a turkey.
Now, look, Wonderful, you've been on the air with me for 7 weeks, brother, and I can read you like a book. You don't want no turkey. The only thing you're interested in is gambling and clothes.
You'll find some women on page 3.
Say, Wonderful, what are you doing on Thanksgiving Day?
I've been invited to dinner over to my gal's house.
Oh, swell. Well, then you better brush up on your etiquette.
Huh?
Table manners. You know, I was talking to Hattie McDaniels about you. Said you were over to her house for dinner. You ate all the corn off the cob, held the cob up in the air, and says, hey, Hat, put some more beans on this stick.
And she did. Maybe I ought to get some advice on this etiquette stuff. Please give me the phone, Mrs. Skelton.
Help yourself. It's right there.
Hello, operator? I'd like to speak to Miss Stump.
Stump? Say, for tips on etiquette, you should call Emily Post.
I know, but on my salary, I can only afford Stump.
Yeah.
Hello, Miss Stump? But this is wonderful smell. Miss Stump, I'm going over to my gal's house for Thanksgiving dinner, and I don't know exactly what to do. Oh, yes, ma'am, I is dressing. It's the law, you know.
She means, is it formal?
Well, this is my best suit I got, Mrs. Skelton. How do you like it?
Well, that jacket's a little long, isn't it?
That's the way I had it made. The pants ain't ready yet. What'd you say, Miss Stump? How's my table manners? Oh, I's a gentleman. Oh, no, Miss Stump. I wouldn't reach for anything. I've been to that house before. Getting anything off of that table is like putting your hand in a meat grinder. Only difference, with a meat grinder, you get your arm back. Well, goodbye, Miss Stump. Well, see you later, Mrs. Skelton.
Okay, wonderful. Goodbye then now.
So wonderful going out to dinner, huh?
Yes. Oh, I almost forgot. Listen, gang, you're all invited over to my house for a Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, Red, that's wonderful.
Now, look, you can all bring your wives, bring your friends, and if anybody knows a turkey, you can bring him, too.
Say, what do we do after dinner, Red?
Oh, we'll play games like the last time.
Okay, but this time you wash and I'll dry.
Yeah.
Sure will be fun to go out for Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
I hate to stay at home neat in the kitchen. We got mice. You got mice?
No, we can't afford them. So, you know, I think Thanksgiving Day is really a lot of fun, but there's a lot of people who think it should be given back to the Indians. And to prove what I mean, tonight I'm going to show the different ways that people spend Thanksgiving. And first we'll start off with a football coach giving a pep talk to his family before going out to dinner. Now listen, gang. I want to talk turkey. This year we're going to a kickoff over at Aunt Lucy's. Last year they were over here on our home grounds. What happened? They got all the white meat, all the dark meat. We wound up behind it. Now this year, I want you to get in there and block those potatoes. Because after dinner's over, all it counts is who's got the most bones. Now we're going over there and eat. We're going to eat hard. There's one thing I want you to remember. As soon as you hear dinner served, I want you to spill coffee all over the tablecloth.
What for, Pop?
I understand they're no good on a wet ground. All right, Tom. Step up here at the blackboard. Now, what do you do when Uncle Wilbur tries to carry a drumstick for a first helping?
I take out Uncle Wilbur.
Right. Now, remember, fight clean. No gravy stains this year. When you come through that cranberry sauce, don't come out looking like the Crimson Tide.
Hey, Pop, what about me? What do I do?
Well, Joe, you're the shortest. So you stand on the table and run interference.
What do we do if Uncle Al intercepts a pass and snags one of the wings?
Well, we go into our wingback formation.
I've had this mob in strict training, Paul. They've been on a 9-day diet for 9 weeks.
Oh, one-man famine. All right, gang, now everybody around the table. We're going to try play 43. Here. You're offside there, son. Your fork went over the line of spinach. But I think we're all set now. Now, men, I want you to go in there and eat. Cut, slice, don't stop to chew, just swallow.
Okay, Pop. We'll be in there munching.
Fine. Now up to the shower, men. Get in your eating jackets. And when that whistle blows, I want you to come out biting. Children, I'm ashamed of you. Stampeding like that. It's a lucky thing I got out first. I'll pick up your mother.
I'm all right. I can eat with one hand. Tell me, Pa, confidentially, do you think we'll have a chance to carve a name for ourselves this Thanksgiving?
With this squad, we're cinched to wind up in the gravy bowl. Then we have the people who buy their turkey 3 weeks early so they can fatten them up. Then comes the time to dress it, and this is what usually happens.
Clem, where are you?
I'm out here.
Is the turkey ready?
No, we're talking things over.
Clem, you've got to do something about that Adam's apple. It's getting bigger every day.
You're looking at the turkey. This is me over here. You gotta stop picking on my Adam's apple. It ain't that big, you know. Oh, they went in the car again.
Well, hurry up and dress that turkey.
You know, I hate to kill him. We've had him so long, he seems like one of the family.
Well, maybe so on your side of the family, not mine.
Look at him. Look at him set up. I'm telling you, he's almost human. Look at him. You throw a stick and he fetches it back like a dog. I'm telling you, he's almost human. Can't we eat something else? I never liked turkey much anyhow.
Well, last year you got the best part.
Oh, yeah. I still don't believe I got the nose. And if it was, let's not get nosy again this year, Bob.
Now, you're going to kill that turkey.
No, I can't. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Oh, here, put your head on my shoulder.
I can't, silly.
You're crying.
Oh, it's nothing.
I know, but you're putting my cigarette out.
Give me that gun. I'll do like the pilgrims did. I'll go out and shoot our dinner. Look, there's a wild turkey flying over now. Give me that gun. I'll get him.
Is it a tom turkey or a hen turkey?
Wait, I'll ask the pilot. He's getting out now. And the boys playing Take the A Train, and very good, too, if they do it. I mean, no, I'm kidding. Say, Ozzy, come over here. I got something, I got a story for you.
Well, fine, Red, let's have it.
Well, now, here's the way it is, Ozzy. Both are lined up on the gridiron, see? All set to go.
Oh, boy, what happens next?
Well, they turn on the heat and things begin to really cook.
Oh, boy.
Now, it's 3 down. I was hungry for more. There was 2 more coming up.
Now, wait a minute. If it's 3rd down, there'd only be 1 more coming up. Any football fan knows that.
Football? I'm talking about a swell waffle iron I got with my Raleigh coupons.
Well, gentlemen, there can be no misunderstanding about that electric waffle iron you get with Raleigh coupons. It's really a beauty. And, friends, there's a vacuum coffee brewer you can get to go along with it. Yes, and gorgeous silverware, too. These are only a few of the Raleigh premiums. There are over 70 more, all nationally advertised merchandise. You'll find many things you've been wanting for a long time, but just hesitated to spend that extra money for. And you can get all of them as a plus value by just smoking Raleigh cigarettes and saving the valuable coupons that come on the back. Now, we have a catalog which pictures in full color all the Raleigh premiums, and it's free. For your copy, just drop a penny postal card to Raleigh in care of the station to which you are listening. And, friends, tonight, switch to Raleigh cigarettes. Raleigh's Gold and Rich blend gives you a tastier, a far more enjoyable smoke. Ask for the pack with a coupon on the back. Raleigh cigarettes.
Say, that's very good advice, Truman.
Hey, Red.
Yeah?
What are some more things that usually happen on Thanksgiving Day?
Well, what I get a kick out of most of all is the youngsters. So we'll do that next. We have a mean little kid, who really has a time on Thanksgiving. This little brat messes around the kitchen getting in everybody's way, see? So I'll tell you what, Harriet. You be my mother and I'll be the little boy.
All right,
Red. Mummy, we ain't gonna starve.
What are you talking about, Junior?
Well, you told Pop to dress that turkey. Well, after he scalded him and picked all the feathers off of him, he hopped out of the pan and ran away.
Oh, Junior, why do you tell stories like that? The turkey has been in the oven for hours.
I knew I would find out where he was. Gee, Mom, I'm kind of sorry we killed that old turkey.
You are?
Yeah. He put up a great fight, though, didn't he? 3 times he took the axe away from Pop.
Mm-hmm.
Ma.
Yes?
You think Pop will be out of the hospital by Christmas?
Yes, but he won't be able to shave his neck for a while. Now go away. Dinner will be ready in a few minutes.
Can I have this, Mom?
Put that celery down.
Well, I like celery.
Company! Halt!
I'm hungry. Could I have a piece of jelly bread?
Sure, here's the bread. You'll have to spread the jelly on your face yourself.
Yeah.
Junior, stop eating that table. Junior, I told you to stop.
Oh, you broke my arm. You broke my arm. You hit me and broke my arm.
I didn't even touch you. I hit my own arm.
Oh, Did you hurt yourself, Mom?
No, now you sit here on this stool.
Okay.
You're a bad boy.
I know it.
You're a very, very bad boy.
Yeah, I think I am. Last night I set fire to Eddie Peabody. Mommy.
What is it?
Can I have Veronica late for Christmas?
I thought you wanted electric trains.
What do you think I am, a dope?
Listen, you just sit on your stool and be quiet.
All right. Mommy!
Yes?
Where'd I come from?
Be quiet.
Did Buck Rogers bring me?
No, you were left on the doorstep in a cage.
Yeah. Oh, look, here comes the kitty cat. Here, kitty. Kitty. I bet he's hungry, too. Here, kitty. Here, kitty.
Junior, stop pulling that cat's tail.
I ain't pulling it, Mom. I get holding on. He's doing the pulling. Oh, look. Hey, Mummy, look. He's tail here, but he ain't.
Oh, you're just kidding. Well, here, I want you to do me a favor.
Yeah?
Take this pumpkin pie next door to Mrs. Denny.
Yeah?
And be careful. It's got whipped cream on the top.
Oh, boy.
And hurry back, 'cause dinner's ready.
Oh, boy, don't that look good, huh?
Junior, get your fingers out of that pie.
I'll carry it like a bowling ball.
Oh, That kid is driving me crazy. His father's got to talk to him. And I'll bet the old boy will learn plenty.
Well, hello, Mommy. I hit back. Can I go practice on the piano now? What am I saying?
No, your dinner's ready.
Oh, never mind dinner. I ain't very hungry. Somehow, I don't feel very hungry. I don't feel good. I think I got acid indigestion.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh, that's trouble.
Hello? Oh, hello, Mrs. Denny. What?
Uh-oh.
I just sent that pie over with Junior.
Better get some road map.
Oh, I'm beginning to get it. I'll call you back, Mrs. Denny. Junior, come here.
Put that shillelagh down and I will.
Junior, come here.
You'll never take me alive!
Junior, did you eat that whole pumpkin pie?
No, only half of it, the punk part.
Well, why didn't you eat all of it?
Well, what do you think I am, a pig?
What did you do with the half you didn't eat?
Well, I put some of it in this pocket and put a hunch of it over in this pocket.
Why, you...
Oh, what'd you do that for? I had a hunch in that pocket, too.
Talking quite a lot tonight, you know.
Yeah, that's right, Brad.
Well, I think turnabout is fair play, so here is a word from our companion sponsor.
Yes, gentlemen, turnabout is fair play. If you're kind to your pipe will be kind to you. And the best favor you can do both is to smoke Sir Walter Raleigh. You see, Sir Walter Raleigh is extra cool burning, more even smoking, right down to the bottom of the bowl. That's why a Sir Walter Raleigh pipe load is sweeter, cooler, milder. But add to that the fact that Sir Walter Raleigh gives you a smooth, nut-like flavor and a pleasing He-Man aroma, and you've really got something. You've got Sir Walter Raleigh, the quality pipe tobacco of America. If you paid $100 a pound, you couldn't get finer. Yet Sir Walter Raleigh costs no more than ordinary tobacco. So tonight, ask for Sir Walter Raleigh. We'll all be back at the same time next week. Red Skelton, Ozzie Nelson and his music, Harriet Hilliard, Wonderful Smith, and your announcer, Truman Bradley, who wishes you a most pleasant Thanksgiving. And ladies and gentlemen, I honestly believe we can all help to make this coming Thursday a day of real Thanksgiving for liberty-loving people all over the world if we make an extra effort to buy more United States savings stamps and defense bonds. And now, here's Red Skelton again.
Thank you very much, Brad. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We're not a little early. We're not a little late. We're just right. Goodbye now. Happy Thanksgiving.
Red Skelton is heard on this program through the courtesy of the Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer Studios. This is the Red Network of the National Broadcasting Company.
been listening to the Old Time Radio Hour broadcast each week over the World Wide Web. You can subscribe at no charge through Apple Podcasts, Podbean, or RSS. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you can join us again next week for another hour of Thanksgiving entertainment from the golden age of radio. Until then, this is your host, Justine Ward, saying so long for a while.